Hey, English 101, welcome to week 4. That means we are almost to the halfway period in this class. So you should probably be feeling like you're in the midst of a bunch of writing, but I'm going to give you some directions on what we're doing this week. So let's get started. So as always on Tuesday, you should start your day right here in Blackboard. I always start with the calendar. So when I open it, of course, our current week is up first. And these are our week 4 items. We have our normal every week discussion board. Then we're going to have a video we're going to watch on analyzing your audience, because we know with each of our assignments, there's a line in that assignment that says target audience, who you're writing to, organizational strategies. We're going to be working on the intro and watching a video about kind of the strategies for composing an introduction paragraph with discussion board number 4. And to kind of move forward in that conversation, the video that you're watching on organizational strategies is about thinking about being intentional in how you put your body paragraphs together. You'll also have a transitional guide I'm giving to you, which lists a bunch of different transitional words and phrases and ways you may go about them. I know that all of you have probably looked at transition words before. I also know that we all have a tendency to have 4 or 5 that we use all the time. So looking at that guide might help you to kind of expand on your options when you're thinking about the flow of your papers. And the last 2 things, you're going to sign up for your first individual conferences with me. That link is ready and available to you in Blackboard on the menu list to the left. And of course, finishing and submitting your assignments. So E2 is due on Monday, the 13th. But also remember, we extended those group papers for E1. So the final day to submit it, if you haven't already submitted, and several of you have, your E1 group papers or your alternative assignment is also the 13th. This is a really big week in this class. All right, so let's look at some of these items in Blackboard. So my next step is to go to our discussion boards link. As I said earlier, you'll see that discussion nerd number 4 is all about the introduction. So we have 2 videos here, one about the structure of the paragraph and the other about specifically thinking about hooks. I find that most people come into this class and almost every introduction they write starts with a question. There are other ways to go about it. Sometimes the question is great. Sometimes we need to try something else. In this discussion board, it calls for you to post a copy of an introduction paragraph that you've written for this class. You have up to 3 options at this point. There was an introduction paragraph that was written for your group paper, should already be done. And then for your E2 assignment, since it's 2 position papers saved in the same file, you should have 2 introduction papers, one for your for argument and one for your against argument. You only need to put one of those 3 options in for your initial post. And then you're going to give feedback to your classmates on those. Also on our discussion board is our link to our week 4 materials, where you'll find all of the links that you need to be able to do those things. So on our calendar, we had the video for audience analysis. There's also an activity I've posted here that is optional, where you can walk through the questions and the module for kind of analyzing your audience. It's a great thing to do for your E2 assignment, when we know that target audience has to be an elected official. So you'll want to think about what that person knows, what they don't know, what they need, what they don't need, as we're putting together such a concise paper. Our video about organizational strategies, our transitional guide links are here. And additionally, there's a link to sign up for the conference here as well, in case you missed it in the Blackboard page. I'll also just remind you, in week 3 were the examples of the E2 assignment. So if you didn't get a chance to look at that, I really would before you submit that final copy. Then the last thing I just wanted to show you on this video is our link to sign up for conferences. It always lives on the menu list to the left in Blackboard. Having reviewed all of your comments on my Google form, the most popular times for conferences in your class were Monday and Wednesday nights. So you'll see that you'll have options for both of those, as well as some daytime options on here as well. In this class, you have to have at least 2 additional conferences with me. So the 1 for your group conference and 2 for the papers that we're doing moving forward. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and sign up. But no, we're already at that halfway point in class. So the quicker you can get in and have your conferences and we can talk about your writing, the quicker we can move forward in the class. With that said, I hope you have a great week. Enjoy the weather being a bit warmer, even if it's a little bit rainy. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just send me an email. See you later.